Another day, another couch session, and this time I have my third guest, and I'm so excited for this because not only is he my friend, but he drives cars for, I don't want to say a living, but like a semi-living. So for F4, he's a Saudi race car driver. Please welcome Faisal Al-Kabbani. Welcome to Beaches in Matcha. How are you doing?
We have to every time.
Every time I see Faisal, hi, how are you? Do it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God, I feel like a business person.
You are, honestly, with this whole setup and what you got going. Absolutely, I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
You've really leveled up
since
the last time I saw you. Yeah.
When was the last time I saw you? When was the last time I saw you? Let's think. Wait. Actually, when was
it? Wasn't that far.
It wasn't that far back. Oh, we went to the beach with Sally and Moon a month, almost like 60 days ago. Before the wedding. That's what I remember because Sally and I were sitting on the beach and we're like, 60 days. We're not ready.
There you go.
Yeah. But I'm so happy to have you here. I was really excited, especially because when I called Faisal for the first time to ask him to come, he was like, Salaam alaikum, because you don't have my number saved. And I was like, hi Faisal, it's Sandy, how are you?
I was super like...
You were like ready to...
Because I was in work mode. You called me when I was at the office.
I was like, oh, I'm just going to call him. Khalas.
Yeah.
And what you told me on the phone as well, that you've never tried matcha.
True.
And I got you a matcha with coconut milk. And I also made sure that you were not allergic. Because the other day I almost killed Zaidan by feeding him a peanut.
Oh, my God.
Whoops. So I have to now always check. So it's coconut milk and sweetener because the person who tries matcha for the first time should have it sweet. Behind you, please.
Cool. So this is my first matcha in my life ever.
Matcha virginity. Cheers.
Taken away.
Taken away. Faisal, be serious. This is a serious podcast.
Sorry. I'm trying.
How do you think about the matcha? What do you think about the matcha?
How do I think about the matcha? Honestly, it's not that bad.
It's from locals.
Shout out locals.
Throw
in that sponsorship next time.
You like it? It also matches honestly, your helmet. Like if you put it next to it, it's so cute. It like matches.
Locals should sponsor me.
Oh my God, locals should sponsor you.
Yeah.
We love it.
What did we just do? Did we just do this right now? Did we come up with full sponsorship for the show?
1,000%. For you and for me. Remember how I was going to run your Instagram account?
Sure do.
Perfect.
What happened to that?
Beaches and Matcha started. Guys, a few weeks ago, I looked at Faisal and I was like, let me do your Instagram. Your cousin, she can take the photos. I can run the social media plan. And we had our friend who's a lawyer. She was going to do the law part. We had it all set. We even shook on it at the beach.
We sure did.
And then I kind of went to work that week, came up with Beaches and Matcha, and I was like, hook that.
Completely ditched me.
Sorry.
Yeah,
gotta work on our own.
It's okay, fair enough. We gotta be selfish. Sometimes.
We gotta be selfish the same way that you finally came out of your shell and decided to pursue your career in race car driving. Racing.
Same.
So Faisal, tell me, how did you wake up and decide that khalas, it's time to, along my corporate career, time to start take this hobby and put it into reality?
To be honest, it wasn't a case of me just waking up and deciding.
Okay.
It was actually a really long process. I met a couple people, I think, at the first Formula One, which was 4 years ago now. Time is flying, صراحة. That's crazy.
Time is flying.
And they were talking to me about introducing Formula 4 in the region, in Saudi specifically. Okay. We have Formula 4 in the UAE. So this guy wanted to build a championship for bringing young local talent into the racing world.
Okay.
And I told him at that time I was like 24, 25.
Nice.
Not very young in terms of racing, but I told them, listen, once you have this program going, I want to be involved for sure. And we just kept staying in touch here and there. And then last year he calls me and tells me, listen, Faisal, we're finally kicking off the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia and we would like you to be part. And I was like,
let's do it.
Did
you used to race before he called, or it was not something they used to do?
No, so I started in 2011.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
خلاص you have experience.
yeah. I started in middle school and in high school. I was doing karting, and
Okay.
then raced in my first Formula Series in 2011.
Wow.
So I've been doing it for quite some time, but I did take a huge gap.
I mean, in our heads, 2020, 2021, COVID didn't exist.
So 2 years is okay. So instead of saying like
10 years.
12-year gap, it's a
It's
10-year
a
gap.
10-year gap, guys. It's not that big, don't
Not
worry.
too big, huh? Yeah.
It's small.
Yeah.
So what like motivates you right now? Because as I know, it is not your primary job. It's like would you consider it a job?
Not at all. No.
No, it's more like your
Hobby.
Is it a hobby? I feel like hobby's not a nice word to say that about you. Like, it's like, I feel like it's your, I can't even think of a word.
Because job is like too serious.
Job is too serious.
And hobby, maybe it's too casual.
Too casual.
So it's like in between.
It's his job hobby.
There we go.
It's his job hobby.
I like that.
Right?
Absolutely.
What do you do? It's my job hobby.
It's my job hobby, yeah.
It's my job hobby,
Yeah.
guys.
I tell people like by day I have a corporate like career situation going, and by night for fun I do
Which is lovely.
the racing thing, yeah.
And how do you motivate yourself to keep a schedule like this? Because obviously a 9 to 5 is is demanding, and then you leave and you're like, oh my guys, I'm gonna go race.
Yeah, I mean it's all about proper planning
Okay.
and figuring out when I can do and how I can do. I mean my priority is always my career and what I'm doing or what I've been trying to build for the past 6 years since I started working.
Okay.
But it is my passion to race, so I'm also prioritizing that without like conflicting with my actual work career.
Okay, that's good. So you're finding your balance.
I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to.
So when because when you're trying to find your balance, I'm sure you're very stressed. Not only when it's race day, you're very stressed. How do you personally, as a job hobby race car driver, manage your stress? Why are you laughing?
No, I love that.
Job hobby race car driver.
I love that, yeah.
And you have to do it with the shoulder tilt. You have
absolutely. Which camera are we looking at?
You are looking
for
over
the shoulder tilt.
Oh, your shoulder tilt is to that camera.
That one, okay.
My shoulder tilt is there.
Perfect.
And if we want to simultaneously shoulder tilt, there.
Center.
So we can like do that.
Show me your shoulder tilt. Ooh.
Right? Oh my god, I love having you here. So yes, Faisal, after I showed you how to do the perfect shoulder tilt, what is your safe space? Faisal.
When it comes to racing or in general in my life.
When it comes to racing,
Yeah.
obviously there's mental preparation, you have to get ready for the race, and like there's so much going on before the race day starts, yani. It's not just the race. How do you get into a safe space mentally?
It's all about preparation again.
Okay.
Like I think with anything in life, if you're not prepared prior, then when you go through whatever it is, mentally you're not gonna be in your safe space.
In your safe space. And are you a big planner? Like you sound like someone who has like 7 plan Bs.
Not at all.
Really?
No, not really. I'm not a planner.
You're not a planner?
No. I mean, in my head, I can stay organized. So like in my head, I can more or less organize how things are gonna be, but I don't like to like fully plan everything, because when you make plans, you create expectations, and we don't
do expectations.
No, we don't need that.
You don't need
yeah.
So like now when you travel, you're just like, I booked the plane. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You go with a clean mind, and you're just like,
and you're open for whatever happens.
everything.
Yeah.
And I was just in Madrid with like a bunch of people that I didn't know. I only knew one person, and I knew one other person, like ça va. And I went and I was like, what am I gonna expect? What am I gonna expect? I don't know these people. I arrived, it was like best trip ever.
I believe that.
Honestly.
Yeah,
So you're right. No expectations, not even bad ones. Just walk. So
Or drive.
drive there, guys. as a we can't walk there. This isn't a walking competition.
Or yeah.
This isn't a walking
No,
competition.
it's not.
So I have another fun question for you.
Sure.
How do you handle criticism? Obviously, you have a coach. You have someone that looks after you and tells you something like, oh, Faisal, you could have made that turn better. How do you take criticism, and how do you apply it?
I'm an extremely realistic person,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that I'm not super confident and have belief in myself. So which they kind of like conflict more sometimes.
Yeah.
Because in my head, like I'm super confident I can do anything I want. We're talking right now just
Racing.
in racing, but also in life. But we'll focus on racing.
Today, racing.
It's racing.
It's racing.
So yeah, I'm like super confident. I think I believe like I'm the best. But at the same time, when I speak to my coach, I tell him like, listen, dude, give it to me straight. I don't want you to beat around the bush. Tell me if I'm shit here or you need to do better here. You suck. Do it, and more or less I'll take it on the chin and try to do what I need to do to get better.
To get better. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you know, because you were mentioning how like you have to have before you think I'm judging you, I'm not. Relax. I feel like whenever you do something, you have to believe that you are the best. And it's, you know, like until you break it till you fake it till you make it, not break it till you make it.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to have that especially in competition. You need to have that self-belief, and I do believe in myself that I can deliver and be at the top. So if you have that self-doubt in yourself, then you're already starting 10 steps behind. You know, because everybody you're competing against already thinks they're the best.
So you have to also kind of get to the
You have to match that energy, if not more.
Okay.
You know?
And you know, there was a before you came, I was like Googling questions, and actually bring me to my next question actually. And so obviously because racing.
So you do research for this.
Of course.
It's not,
I don't just. You think these papers?
I mean, you're such a natural, so I thought it just
Faisal,
comes to you.
stop. I am. I also wanted you to come on this podcast because I feel like we already have our own banter. I was going to say
sure
freaking banter, but our own
It's
banter.
PG-13
It's
over here.
PG-13. Well, not that hand, but
Where's my matcha?
but like because you did mention you have to believe that you're the best, right? And so you go into like the race, like you're in the car, you're ready to go. Your goal is to win, obviously, as everybody else's is to win, and obviously winning is really important. But like, how do you balance between I need to win and also be like a good sportsmanship for the people that are around you? Because at the end, like, you have to be a good person. Like, I mean, Max Verstappen, whatever his last name is I heard he's not a really good guy.
I think it depends on how you're raised.
Okay.
So, like sportsmanship, fair play, it's all about how you are as a person. So, and in any competition, like, because right now I think as well with like social media and TV and how everything is like you can't hide from anything, it's so easy to spot the people that are being unsportsmanlike or like not cheating and like by breaking the rules, but by being like not playing fair.
Okay.
So
You see it?
there are, I mean, in racing, there are some ways you can be unsportsmanlike without being obvious.
Okay.
I mean, in racing, it's very like the consequences of being unsportsmanlike are quite dangerous because you can't just hit a guy.
Yes. You can't just.
No, you can't. But there are other ways you can do, some cheeky ways.
Okay. We don't need to know about that because we are good sportsmanship people.
Yeah, I don't know about them because
Faisal wouldn't know.
Yeah, absolutely not.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
okay. So
Did
that's
I answer
cool.
the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like how to find your balance because at the end you have to
Yeah.
like win, but at the same time,
Yeah.
how would like so you would say that because of how you're raised, you're
Yeah, but like when it comes to winning, I don't think they're like winning and being fair. I don't think
they're related.
Yeah, like wait, am I saying this right?
No, but like you're true. Like so, you win.
Like there isn't a balance. Like for
Okay.
you to win, you don't need to like try to balance not being sportsmanlike or not, right? Because that was the
Yes.
question, right?
How to be a good sportsmanship while yet still running for the goal. I
Yeah,
think that's,
like-
I should have phrased it like that.
Probably.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's fine. This is
We're learning together.
we're learning.
Yeah.
This is like the first month of Beaches in Matcha.
And I don't know how to answer questions, so
You're practicing your speech
I am.
for interviews in your future life. Actually, you did have an interview. I do follow you on Instagram.
I've had many interviews actually, but I still haven't learned.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So let's move to Formula One.
Okay.
Who's your favorite race car driver? Right, race car driver, and why? Besides that they win.
Okay. My favorite race car driver is Fernando Alonso.
Nice.
I've been supporting him since 2004.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, long time.
He's still in the races.
He's the oldest guy right now. I think he's 41 or 42.
Nice. For which one?
He races for Aston Martin right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you feel about this Carlo not being part of Ferrari anymore?
Look, racing, especially Formula One, is so cutthroat. Like, what people maybe forget about specifically Formula One is that it's literally the same 20 drivers racing all around the world. It's not like when you go to a different country, it's different drivers. It's the same 20 guys. And if you think about, for example, football, there's on a team, okay, 11 players play on the field, but there's like 25 to 30 people in the team.
Right.
That's just one team. Think of how many teams there are in a championship, for example.
Okay.
In Formula One, we're talking about only 20 guys. So if you do not perform,
Bye.
goodbye.
Okay.
So okay, I mean, I feel bad for the guy. He seems like a good guy, but like, and he has a lot of fans. I guess
Yeah.
Girls like him.
Very much so. He was in Jeddah like November
For the race?
Not for the Formula. No, of course he was here.
Well, he was here prior to the race.
Yeah, in like November.
I guess.
I think so. I
don't-
remember.
I don't follow.
I remember I was skinny then, so
What do you
like,
mean?
I am still skinny, but I was skinnier.
I'm not gonna call it.
Don't. I'm joking. And no, because in my head, like I remember where I was, and I was like, I went to the hotel the day that he was there, because not to see him. Wallahi, not to see him. But I went for like a meeting for my corporate.
Sure. Yeah.
And apparently the Ferrari team was there, and I was like, what?
Oh, I stumbled upon Carlos Sainz's hotel.
Literally, I went
by
downstairs. I was like, did
accident.
he leave? Is he still
What
here?
room is he in?
Hi, sorry, my name is Sam. I'm his girlfriend. Yes, yes, that's me. And what do you think about Louis going from Mercedes to Ferrari? Do you think that was like a move? Like, what's your opinion on this move?
So Lewis moving to Ferrari, I think from a marketing perspective is a genius move.
Insane.
From a performance perspective, I can't tell you. I mean, we can't argue that, or we can't deny that Lewis isn't one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He's proved it in the last 10 years that he is unstoppable when he has the right car. But in the last couple of years, we've seen that he hasn't been able to perform, given that his car isn't great. So honestly, it's very interesting. It's always interesting to see a top driver go to a different team, just to see how he compares to the existing teammate that there is. So we're going to see Lewis versus Charles, which is going to be very interesting.
That's cute, because Charles is much younger than Lewis, right?
Much younger,
Okay,
yeah. Lewis, I think, is the second oldest driver now, after Fernando.
After Fernando. So you said something. You're like, because Lewis didn't have this car. Did I call him Louis?
You called him Louis, yeah.
Whoops.
Okay.
So like, because you were saying that like he went from Mercedes to Ferrari, and you said that like, oh, the car might not have been the best for the driver.
Yeah.
So like, as we all know, Max Verstappen, is undefeated basically. But so, in your opinion, do you believe that it's because of his engineering team, or do you think it's because of the way that he, like his racing, what is it, tactics? Racing craft, basically. What's your opinion?
I think right now, or in the last maybe 10, 15 years, Formula One has shifted from being more like the driver making a big difference than the car. Because right now technology is becoming so high, and the engineering of the car is becoming so complex. The driver does play a role, definitely, but it's not as big as it used to be.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've seen Max in not a great car where he was. We are seeing now Lewis Hamilton in an 8-time champion or 7-time. I'm losing track.
A big champion.
I think 7 times. Seven times.
7 times.
Yeah. Oh, now all the Mercedes fans are gonna say, "Oh, Mercedes were robbed." there's like a whole.
There's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. But like we're seeing now with Hamilton not having a good car where he is. He's not winning races. He hasn't won a race in like 2 seasons now.
Okay.
So in Formula One, and this is always like the biggest like thing. Oh, what if this driver was in the best car? What would he do? So yes, Max is dominating, but his teammate isn't. So you can kind of see in the same car 2 Formula One drivers what the difference is, and that's the difference.
Okay.
So Max is doing an insane job, and arguably like on talent, he is on track to like break all the records.
Okay.
But that's only if Red Bull give him the car. Yeah.
Okay, so it really is like, you're good, but we will make you better. You're ça va, we can only make you so good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kind of.
cool.
Yeah.
And why is your neck not as big as all of their necks?
Have you been looking at my neck this whole time?
I've asked you this question also before. I once saw Faisal at the beach and looked at him. I was like, Faisal, you're a driver. Why is your neck not like super wide? Oh, I asked you if you do like neck exercises at the gym.
I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, do you like just like put something in, like try to like make your neck bigger?
Yeah. So in Formula 4, the G-forces aren't that high.
Okay, so you're good.
So, I mean, yeah, you do need a little bit of neck training, but not as much as the Formula 1 guys are experiencing.
Okay.
Just because of the G-force.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, sorry that my neck is disappointing.
Disappointment everywhere.
Yeah.
So, enough about racing. I want to know about Faisal. I put a question on here that I did send you before, and I hope you saw it, and I hope you looked at it and thought about it. And
to be honest,
in my defense, I did send it to you late because I had a long ass week. But Faisal, if you could start a rumor about yourself, what would it be?
I was thinking about that. I was like, oh shit, oops.
We swore like 100 times. I don't think it matters.
Okay, cool. I was like, I'm gonna give the most boring answer ever.
Don't tell me it's. No, I can't. Oh wait, what was I gonna say? I don't even know what I was gonna say.
No, I was gonna probably give an even more boring.
Tell me your boring answer.
I'm not into like rumors or gossiping or all of that, so I wouldn't even like think of giving a rumor about myself.
We can say that Faisal Al-Kabbani thinks that Beaches and Matcha is the best podcast in the entire world, and if anyone were to interview him, it would only be Beaches and Matcha. He loves me too much. Perfect. See?
That's
but like, you can't just say that you don't like gossip. I mean, okay, fine, you don't like gossip, but like.
I wouldn't start. I wouldn't start.
But if you were not a good person and you started a rumor about yourself, what would it be? I feel like you can't even think about it.
No, I can't. I don't know. That I'm the best driver in the whole world.
He is. He is. In Saudi, 100%.
Inshallah,
mashallah, tabarakallah. I'm
gonna knock on the helmet.
Yes, knock on your helmet.
Yeah.
So, what is a weird talent that you have? Oh my god, what is a weird talent that you have?
I actually don't know.
Faisal! No!
I can move my ears.
Oh my god, move them. Oh my god, they look like they're clapping.
They're not gonna show up on camera, but I can move my ears.
Just do it, and when Zaidan edits, he'll like show just the ear. Oh my god. Looks like a leprechaun is going.
Oh yeah, I'm about to fly.
It's like this. I'm in, and you're wearing green, and you're drinking matcha, and you have green pants on. I appreciate the support.
Oh, absolutely.
I can do this. I don't know if it's a talent, but it's just something.
No, it is a talent for sure.
Score. I can talk to people. That's what I like to do, actually.
That is a talent as well. Some people could not do that.
Oh my god, some people have you tried to speak to them. It's like speaking to a wall. I remember I was like sometimes I'm like, I can't hang out with this person. I can't. It's like speaking to.
Yeah.
And I heard that you're watching Baby Reindeer. And when I heard that you watched Baby Reindeer, I thought it was really funny because the person who I asked was like, oh, have him tell you what he's watching. And I was like, oh my god, he's a Bridgerton fan. She's like, no.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Of course, it's your favorite cousin.
Absolutely.
So how is Baby Reindeer?
It is messed up.
Do you not like it? How do you think about it? Because I watch it and I think it's fabulous. I think it was well done.
It's a really good show or docu-series.
I feel like it's like a show docu-series. hobby job,
Hobby job, docu-series job.
docu-series job.
I find it super weird that the guide or the victim is the guy. That's
That's a
has,
lot.
Has it been done before?
No, I don't think so. I've never watched anything, especially when it's like that strong, especially episode 4, and then like you had to relive all these memories
Yeah,
again.
but I think that just tells you how sick he is.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors that said that he and the lady actually did this for money.
I mean,
I don't know. Did you finish it?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How would you feel if you got a stalker? I mean, now slowly with becoming someone who's driving in Saudi Arabia, and like, you know, sports is a big thing here. People love guys in sports. How do you feel like, what would happen if you got a stalker? How would you react? Would you make a docu-series job thing too?
What do you think?
No, because he hates drama and he hates gossip. Look at that. It's working. All right. So how's your family? How close are you guys? Have they supported you through your journey of becoming a jobby race car driver? I feel like I'm forgetting how to say it.
No, you're saying it great. My family by far is the most important thing for me, and without their support, I wouldn't be able to do any job, hobbying, driving,
Yeah.
situ.
And you do it with your cousin as well, no?
Yeah, like we do compete in some racing together, Ferrari Challenge,
Okay, nice.
which I'm the Middle East champion.
Why didn't you tell me that from the start?
I forgot.
Middle East champion of the Ferrari challenge. I'm trying.
And actually, my Mamoon came in second.
Really?
Yeah, he did fantastic.
The Saudi Arabians, you can't even say, the Saudi race car drivers are doing their best at the Ferrari challenge. We love that.
We sure do.
We love that. Who's your favorite family member? Look in the camera and tell her exactly who's your favorite family member right now.
My little sister, Haya. Yasmin.
Yasmin. Faisal, it was a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
I'm so happy you came, and thank you for being a guest. And look, we don't even need to wear your hat. Your hair was perfect.
Oh my God, thank you.
Faisal, thank you for coming to Beaches and Matcha.
Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it.